Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well today. My goodness, what is up with this energy? Is anybody feeling this today? Or am I the only one? Surely not. Right, gonna do a bit of a different one today. I thought we'd, just pick a few cards out of here and see how we go. So, without further ado, right, do you know what? I'm just gonna burn a bit of this. If it'll light. Ah, there we go. Sorry, you can just skip past this part if you want. It's not lighting, is it? Right, okay. Well, I'll leave it there. Right, so we're just going to pick a few of these, a few each. Yeah, I'm getting a strong, fresh energy coming in today. I don't know whether I'm recording this on the 28th of February. So, this is timeless reading, so whenever you're viewing it, but today I'm just feeling that the energies are especially different, shall we say? Different. Right, just pick a couple of each. As I say, I'll put timestamps in so you can just pass this if you want. Put them over there. Right, I'm going to save them till the end, or till later on anyway. And I'm just going to pick... Right, tell you what, I'm going to take a deep breath. You can join me if you want. That's better. This is what I mean by the energies are all over the place today. Please let me know if you're feeling that too in the comments section. Right, and then we're just going to pick a couple of these as well. That one, and go with that one. Right then. So, we'll start with these. I've got Archangel Azrael. It is vital to find inner peace and quiet to evolve spiritually. Right, let's just see if I get anything off this card. If you can see that, can you, while I'm looking? Right, I've got a doorway. So a doorway. I've got a lot of reds and purples as well, and blues. In fact, I've got all the colours, so I'm going to say all the chakras here. Right, so it says, opens your compassion for the community, helps you make connections to the many, expands your grace, assists you in creating cohesive groups, connects you deeply at all levels to your purpose, lifts you above heavy energies to allow higher level of healing, and gives energy and positivity to your life and thoughts. Yeah, so this is what I was getting, you know, lifting the energy. The energy feels different to me today. Like I said, I've got a door opening here as well. But I've got a strong red. I was drawn to the red and the blue, which is sacral chakra, throat chakra. Yeah, so passion and communication. I'll come back to that. Kali. Rest with me to nurture yourself as you walk your path of spiritual discipline. Right, okay, so we've got... Right, so I've got... Helps you to go very deep inside yourself. Hold your hand when you are releasing deep issues. Shines her light in your darkest spaces, and a very supportive energy. Right, so on this card, I've got strong dancers, you know. Got a ballet shoe here. Don't know if you can see that, can you? I've got dancers here. So maybe dancing. Any of you dancers out there or thinking about doing some dancing? If that nurtures your spirit. Right, so these are the soul contract cards. This was the Ascension cards. So break free from limitations and embrace the limitless potential of your soul. Expand beyond boundaries and step into your true power. Limitless potential, expansion and spiritual liberation. Right, so already these three cards, I've got another door here, door opening to something beyond boundaries. So if you've been feeling stuck in, you know, something lately, this door opens now to a new horizon. Excuse me, I'm coughing now. Sorry about that, I just had to get a drink. Right, so with these three cards, I was saying, we've got inner peace and quiet to evolve spiritually. So something is evolving. Rest with me to nurture yourself on your walk as you walk your path of spiritual discipline and spiritual liberation. Beyond time. Your soul transcends time and space. Deep dive. Well, all right then, deep dive into its essence to discover infinite possibilities. Timelessness, transcendence, soul journey. Yeah. So before I look at the other cards, there's a definite change here. Spiritually, I'm talking about. Maybe not in your physical sense right now, although it could be. But I've got evolve spiritually, spiritual discipline, limitless potential and expansion with spiritual liberation and timeless soul journey. Right, Moon in Scorpio. Negative attitudes and fiery arguments are possible at this time. Channel your energies into positive physical activities like decorating or gardening or dancing, or I'm getting moving your body, or creating a beautiful environment. You know, yeah, upgrade. I'm getting upgrades. That could be not just yourself upgrading, but, you know, your space, your house, your business, your personal space that you spend a lot of time in. Right, Moon in Aries. Remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. Right, so what I'm getting off all these cards is we're moving out of that sort of negative environment or stuck environment. That doesn't mean that you're just going to, pop into, the next, a higher frequency. This is a conscious reset of frequency. I'm getting beyond the limitations that you've put on yourself or others have put on you, and, up to, well, the day that you're viewing this. But as I said, it's like the 28th of February when I'm actually doing this. But right, so following on to that, I have creation. Yeah. So these are little like mantras you can say to yourself, to create that energy. So I have the power to direct my life beyond boundaries, beyond time. With a constructive attitude, I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer worlds by turning every thought into affirmative action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. So that was what I was just saying, wasn't it? Consciously deciding on what sort of energy you want to surround yourself with, or what type of energy you want to be in. Don't allow outside forces, I'm going to say outside energies, that means outside to you, dictate what sort of frame of mind you should be in. Inner strength. Nothing moves me from my path to the light because I have complete confidence in myself. I realise my inner qualities and abilities and know that with God I can do anything. All the power I need is within me. Right, so all these cards are basically saying the same thing. You know, what type of energy are you creating? What you're directing your power at? So the overall sense I was getting today, with the changes, whatever frequency you're putting yourself in, yeah. And I know we all have outside influences, that's what I'm saying. But inevitably it's up to you what sort of frequency you're going to allow into your body, your frame of mind, your spirit. So like this card says, it is vital to find inner peace and quiet to evolve spiritually. Yeah. Rest with me to nurture yourself as you walk your path of spiritual discipline. Yeah. There's only the boundaries that you set on yourself. We all do that. You're beyond time. So there's no time limit on this, just because I said the energy is potent today, as I said before, this is a timeless reading anyway, so whenever you're viewing it, but the more time you spend reflecting on your own self, the more opens up. So time is the illusion, yeah? Everybody's got their own time frame. When you decide to create is when that switch flips. Yeah. Remain sensitive to others to avoid confrontation. So don't get yourself involved in other people's arguments or fights or whatever's going on. Concentrate on what's going on in your I was getting a word then, but then it went. It come in and went. All right, I'm just going to say energy, in your energy. Right, we'll leave that one at that. Right, so I'm going to pull a couple of these ones and see what else. These are the Luminous Pathway cards. I will put what cards I've used in the description, just in case you want to get some yourself. The Guiding Light, guidance, mentorship, direction. Yeah. So you are your own guiding light. The light comes from within. So taking a little bit of time out, as I said before, finding the guidance. If you're drawn to some sort of course or a book or cards, like I just said, or music, teachings, guidance towards anything, or even a place, yeah, trust that direction that you're given, that guidance. instinct, nature, personal power. So whenever I see this card, the spirit animal, it always reminds me of, taking yourself out into nature. Watch how the animals behave, in the natural environment, how the birds are all flying around and making the nests and stuff, which they will be doing round about this point. Yeah, it could give you an insight going, being in nature somewhere, whatever form that is, of, something inside you, your natural abilities or instincts, getting back to your nature. Right, so we'll pull a couple more of these and then we'll do some tarot cards. Oh, that one's upside down. What's that one? Creativity, writing and expression. So that's creation and creativity. So do something creative. Or find a new creative way of doing something to make it more enjoyable. I've also got writing here and expression. So if you're thinking about writing a book, or maybe also that could be writing down, keeping a journal of, whatever you discover or whatever you're feeling at the time. I like to keep a journal and then look back on it, the following year and see, if anything made sense on it throughout the year. But that's just me, just an idea to get you going there. Right, so I'll pick one more of these and then we'll get into the tarot. Renewal, new growth and beginnings. So this is the spring equinox, which we're nearly in. So something new, some new growth, beginnings come spring equinox. This energy, though, today is like going into spring. In the UK where I am, all the flowers are starting to come up now. And I love going to the park because all the little, flowers are coming up and it's dead colourful. Right, so we'll pick a couple of these tarot cards and then a couple of them ones as well. So, Spirit, is there anything else? Other messages? Right, so we've got decisions here. This is what I was saying before, isn't it? What do you decide? Do you decide to, deal with negative, deal with the lower vibration side of things, or do you decide to be in a higher vibration frame of mind? That's your decision. There's a little man here. I don't know whether you can see him there, can you? He's sat here and trying to make that decision. Now, I'm not saying it's easy because, we all have things in our life that draw us in, but spending that little time away or, finding a little place that's yours. Or like I said before, creating creative expression, creating a little place, that's beautiful, or, that you can go and sit in to self-reflect. Now, with this card, I've got luxury, I've got things coming in, a cycle of change here as well. So I'm also getting whatever you're putting in at the moment, will bear fruit pretty soon. Like this spring equinox that we're coming into now, So spending a bit of time, or it could be journaling, like I said before, journaling or spending a bit of time reflecting on what it is that you know, what new things you want to bring into your life, what new creations can you know, I keep losing my words. What was that spirit? Luxury. What luxuries can you bring into your life? Yeah. Or what would you look at as a luxury? You know, what I'm getting there is maybe sometimes you know, would like to do something or purchase something, but you're looking at it like, oh, that's a luxury I can't afford this month. This card's saying spoil yourself. You don't have to go overboard, you know, but maybe, example, if you like going shopping for, I don't know, right, I'm getting, if you like to go to a coffee shop or something, you know, every now and again, but lately the budget's been a bit tight. It's saying go and get that hot chocolate or that coffee. Yeah. Treat yourself. I'm also getting, you might come across something in that place. I'm not saying that'll resonate with everyone. That was just an example. You know, it could be anything. But if you find that thing that you enjoy, it could have other benefits. That's a better way of saying it. Right. What else have we got, Spirit? Right, okay. Right, so with this card, I'm getting walking away from defeat or walking away from things that no longer serve you on this card. You can see here, you see that? There's you there standing in the light, yeah, on top of this mess. Yeah, it's got defeat here, mess down here. It's all destroyed. There's you, stood above it, thinking, what's next? 5 is change. Yeah. And then to follow that, I've got the tower. So this tower moment, there's some big change coming in here somewhere. Now, as I said before, it could be just literally your energy field, you know, consciously deciding that you're not dealing with that sort of thing anymore. Or it could be a literal change, you know, big change. With this one, though, what I'm getting, you'll love it, whatever it is. Yeah, whatever that change is, it bring a whole new love life coming in. There, I'm getting. I'm also getting a strong number 4. And there we go. The Fool. Right, this tower moment, whatever form that comes in. Yeah, I'm getting walking away, something better on the horizon, something that you love doing. I've got a lot of loyalty, a lot of movement, a lot of... This tower moment will bring a big leap forward in your spiritual development, I'm getting. I'm also getting rose quartz. So maybe it's not very expensive, rose quartz. Yeah, you can find it in most crystal shops or online. But rose quartz, if that's calling to you, I'll put that on that card. Just have a couple more of these. Right, I've got some sort of message or visitor to share. This could be a message or visitor coming in for you, or it could be you giving a message, like I said before, about writing a book or a journal, you know, and helping somebody else with something. I'm also getting, if you're thinking about going into a new career or business, which is, yeah, communication, because I got communication quite strong in the beginning, didn't I? Now would probably be a good time to do that, or, you know, as we move to the spring equinox there. And I've got travel. So those of you thinking about travelling, you know, that could be on the horizon as well for you. Right, well, that's all I'm getting off this. Oh, okay. I've got Africa for someone. Africa. I've also got Middle East travel. Asia. Right, well, someone's going to be travelling quite a lot by the looks of it, if that's just for one person. Get your passport sorted. Right, we're going to finish off, if I can get them. Can I get them? Where's they gone? Oh, sorry. It's gone. Right, we're going to finish off on an angel number. So, if you're seeing this angel number, pay special attention, because this is an extra confirmation. Doesn't make or break the reading, but this is Spirit's way of saying, take notice, you know, of a message or whatever's coming into your head. Oh, we've got two. Okay. Right, so we've got 888. I got this number as well when I was doing a reading for myself the other night, so I'm taking special attention to this one. Plus I got the 4. I've got an 8 here. 2 4s are 8. I've got an 8. Have we got any more 8s? What was that one? Right, so if you're seeing 888, prosperity awaits. Financial abundance is coming your way. Be open to receive with gratitude. And then I've got 666, balance and harmony. Seek balance and harmony in all aspects of your life. It will lead to peace and success. Also, what I've just got off this, though, is, you know how I said about the energy shift? I don't know why I'm getting this, but I'm going to tell you because I'm getting it anyway. But, like, obviously, in this reality, we think of 666 as the devil's number, don't we? Because that's what we've been taught. So what I'm getting off this is coming out of the 666 into balance and harmony. You know, balancing up the energy there is what I'm getting. Yeah. Right, so thank you for viewing me today. I hope you got something out of there. If you did, leave a like or a comment, and good luck with this new energy. Yeah, as I said before, I really do feel like we're about to enter a better times ahead. So just keep going, hold the line, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.